Sure. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Patrick, a couple things. First of all, how similar was what Tampa did tonight to what they did, say, in the second half after that big first quarter in the first time around? Were you see any similarities in their coverage from that game, from the second quarter on to tonight? And I'll have one quick follow-up.
Not really any. They had a good game plan. They kind of took away all our deep stuff. They took away the sidelines, and they did a good job of rallying to the football and making tackles. We weren't executing early. I had a few miscues. We weren't on the same page. But I mean, credit to them, man. They played a heck of a game defensively and offensively and beat us. Okay, and
was the toe a problem for you tonight? And are you going to be having surgery anytime soon on that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say the toe was a problem when I played last week or 2 weeks ago, and I played well on it. I mean, it's something you battle through. You're playing football, you have to battle through injuries, and so we'll look at it tomorrow, and we'll make a final decision on if we're going to have surgery on it or not.
He's been fantastic, running and catching and pass blocking. He's been an all-around back and done a great job for us. Hey, can you turn this up?
Next question will come from John Romano with the Tampa Bay Times.
Bruce, could you just talk about the game plans of the coordinators, both Byron and Todd?
Yeah, I thought all three guys had great plans. Byron did a great job, I thought, of just mixing it up, running pass, and then pounding them when we needed to, and Todd had a great plan. Keep them in front of us and let our front four get after them, and they chased him around all night.
Next, we'll go to Scott Reynolds with Pewter Report.
Bruce, what can you say about Tom Brady's performance, especially with that touchdown right before halftime, once again, giving you guys a healthy lead at the half?
Yeah, that was a huge drive, that 2-minute drive with a minute and something. Want to start out a little conservative, make sure we got a play in, and we got the long pass interference. Done a great throw with Antonio, and he just played outstanding the whole ball game. He protected the football. We had great protection, and he found a couple guys like Antonio and Gronk. Both their touchdowns were more improv plays, and just did a great job. Great line, great tight ends. Everybody just did a hell of a job. Team effort.
Next, we'll go to Jenna Lane with ESPN.
Hey, Coach, congratulations, first of all.
Oh, chance, baby.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
A few of your major contributors on offense were all guys that were brought in on one-year deals. Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette. How big is it going to be, or should I say, how big was it to have them here tonight, but also how big is it going to be for you guys to get them back next year? And when do you guys start on the process of doing that?
Yeah, I think you got to give Jason Light a ton of credit for this football team. He put a great roster together, picking up those guys and still staying cap friendly. And, we've got a very limited time to get into free agency. And
it is the city of champions, Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, who just devastated the Kansas City Chiefs, not allowing them in the end zone, not the creamsicle, but the blue splash of Coach Bruce Arians. Tom Brady, Gronk, the old guard that came as the new guard to Tampa against these Chiefs. Antonio Brown, the Buccaneers. They say you can never go home again. Well, it took them 3 road playoff games to get home again. And there's Brady and Mahomes again. The master, still the master. The youngster, still in waiting. My goodness, the 7th Lombardi Trophy won by Tom Brady, his first as a Buccaneer. And as we start NFL primetime with Chris Berman and 2 very famous Buccaneers. Steve Young, who won rings when he got out of here, and Booger McFarland, who won rings when he was sitting with the defense, and it was a defensive day. Look, the overall is Tom Brady's first Super Bowl was 2001. This one was in 2020. That would be 2 complete decades, and it took him to get out of New England to finally have a laugher.
Boomer, with 7 championships, you talk about the greatest athletes of all time. Who are we going to say? Jordan, Woods, Ali, name them. They're all guys that were
Bill Russell.
five guys on a team, individual sports. This is football. It's 50 guys, 32 teams. The odds of doing this are astronomical, more than you can describe to anyone else that we're talking. Any other name you want to give me? This feat to go to this many Super Bowls and in football, to me, is unique, different, and something that should be appreciated, like in our generation and our lives or anything we've ever seen. I'm speechless about it. It's indescribable.
Well, and for him to do it with this team after the year he had in New England. Remember a year ago, Tom Brady's done. Can he still throw the football down the field? And the people who knew football said, you know what? No, he's not done. He just needs better weapons. And to go through a year of COVID, to come down here and ingratiate himself with new teammates, having practices at high school fields, and to do it, I think this cements his legacy, not only in football, but in all of sports.
There's no question.
One quick thing before we get to the highlights and plenty of reaction. I remember sitting with Tom in New England in an interview like 5 years ago, 6. He was still in his 30s, a young man. How long do you want to play, Tom? He went, oh, no, I want to play till I'm 45. Now, this is going back 4 or 5 years. Like, what? I thought I needed a Q-tip in my ear. And he went, no, I can do it.
But he planned for it.
Yes.
He put the time in. He planned to get to Tampa, but where he was getting out of New England 4 years ago. Like, he's a guy that thinks about this years in advance, and that's why he can pull it off. He can come down. And the thing that's interesting to me is you come down to a team that they don't know him. They got helicopters over his house when he arrives in town. He's the biggest. He's married to Giselle. He's been 6-time Super Bowl champ. How does he hold people close to him? How does he get his teammates to consistently fight for him and bleed with him? There's 15 books about leadership that need to be written about Tom Brady and how he does this.
He does it because he ingratiates himself with his teammates.
He's vulnerable. He's honest.
He shows that he's just like them. He puts his pants on one leg at a time. He'll joke with them. He'll laugh with them. He'll be personable with them. And now as a teammate, when I see that, it doesn't matter who you are in lore. You're just a football player to me, baby, and you're trying to help me win. That's how he does it.
And you know what? There was one little secret that got let out tonight also. Oh, I also have a defense here in Tampa.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
That was a little secret. They had some of those players before.
Bug knew that. He called it.
Yes. And the Chiefs, who rolled up almost 300 yards in the first quarter against them here around Thanksgiving weekend, well, that was the last loss the Bucs have. All right, you know what? So this was built up. One of the most anticipated Super Bowls, obviously, the past and present master against the present and perhaps future master. The defending champ, Kansas City Chiefs, were coming in and trying to win a Super Bowl against, the last quarterback to win back-to-back Super Bowls way back in 03 and 04 in Tom Brady. All the offensive weapons, but yet a wild card team and on the road 3 times. Yeah, they were going to finally get a home game, but they were going to be underdogs. Tom only once an underdog before when they took down the greatest show on turf, and that was back in 01. Chiefs kind of a similar team, coming in flying high, but yet in this battle, this epic battle, the age difference in quarterbacks, hats off to the veteran in the new sombrero. I know it's not new, Booger, but I can still call it the new sombrero. And you know what? When you see the stealth, in the beginning, it just tells you this is big. And well, then you see Tom Brady, and you know this is big. And then you see Patrick Mahomes, the Magic Man, and you know this is big. First quarter, Mahomes trying to buy time.
Some fun blitzes, Booger. You called it. They played the umbrella shell. They had all eyes on all the receivers, but they brought a couple of neat blitzes behind that zone shell.
And off the helmet of Tyreek, he was a non-factor. Chiefs get a field goal, they lead 3-0. Wait a minute, Brady. I'm going to bring Gronk down here with me. Look at Gronk, and it's a Super Bowl spike.
Great play call there, the RPO. Dan Sorensen lost Gronkowski. Tremendous play call by Byron Leftwich, the first of many throughout the night.
And they break the Montana to Rice postseason record, etc. Now it's 7-3. They had the Joe Haig, the tricky buck, Steve.
You know what? It gets punched